Hi, I'm Audrey Sutton Mills. Welcome to the Sacred Remembrance Podcast. Today I'm sharing a little excerpt from my book, Quiet the Itty Bitty Shitty Committee, which is 5 self-love tools to help you silence that inner critic, reclaim your worth, and remember all that you already are. I wanted to share this because I've been thinking a lot about main character energy. Why do we root for the hero or the heroine? It's because they go through something. They go through some challenge that makes them really doubt themselves, often stripping them of who they thought they could be or should be or who they was. And they have to go through this liminal moment or a threshold or an initiation to who they are becoming. And when we get into those liminal moments, those places where you have to shed and release what you know in order to become what you are meant to be. And it requires that trust. And through this, we become the main character energy. And it's really through these self-love tools that I teach in my book, that I teach to my clients, that I try to embody myself. And, we ebb and flow through that, right? We're human. And yet through this, when we can embody that main character energy, we become the hero of our own story, the author of it. And through that is all through self-love. Because when we can say no with love, when we can be on our own side, when perhaps the world is doubting us, or when we start before everything needs to be perfect, this is how we build trust within ourselves little by little. So I wanted to read this passage here, and it's called The Spiral of Remembering in my book. And if you too are wanting to embody more main character energy, to be the heroine of your own life, I hope that this passage in my book inspires you. It's called The Spiral of Remembering. Life will never be free of challenges, heartache, or disappointment. The Itty Bitty Shitty Committee doesn't vanish just because you've learned new tools, but as you practice the 5 C's, the storms lose their grip. You return to your true self more quickly. With practice, presence, and love become how you live. In quiet, ordinary moments, you choose again to listen inward, to soften, to stay connected to what is true. Even seasons of fear or uncertainty become sacred invitations to remember who you are. Loving presence becomes your anchor. Seen this way, life stops feeling like something you need to fix or perfect and begins to feel like a spiral of releasing what is false, so you can remember and reclaim your truest, freest self. Self-love is a verb, not a noun, or a destination. It's a way of being. This spiral carries you through contraction and expansion, through what cracks you open and draws you deeper into your truth. Each turn is a sacred invitation to know your depth. Every time you feel deeply, every time you grow, you spiral inward and outward, remembering who you already are. And each time you meet yourself in your life with loving presence, you come home to a deeper part of yourself. You begin to feel life pulsing through you. And when you remember that you too are part of that pulse, you live with more ease, more freedom, more sovereignty. Joy and sorrow, light and dark are not opposites. They are the weave of your sacred journey. Honor how far you've come and the strength it has taken to be here now. Each step forward is also a step deeper into your soul. The false self searches for certainty. The soul trusts the evolution in divine timing. This is awakening, living in devotion to who you truly are and the sacredness of your own life. And what if your soul chose this human experience with this body and this life so it could feel the full spectrum of being human, the heartbreak and the joy, the grief and the wonder, the ordinary days and the moments that take your breath away? The gift is this: you get to feel it all, to be here, to be human, to walk this complex and beautiful journey of life. We can find the sacred in the mundane and the miraculous. This is life's invitation for us. Life's journey isn't just about finding your way through the dark, it's about allowing yourself to savor the light, the joy, the ease, the moments that make you feel alive. Your challenges awaken you, yes, but so do your blessings. You are meant to experience all of it. I share this not as someone who has arrived, but as someone still unfolding, still on the spiral path walking alongside you. One truth I know is this: you are worthy. You always were. You don't have to prove, perform, perfect to earn that truth. Your life itself is sacred. The love, the freedom, the sovereignty you've been seeking have always lived within you. There's nothing more you need to become, only more of yourself to remember. I hope that this has inspired you to connect to that sacredness within you, to remember that you have this innate worthiness, these gifts that only you have, this light within you that sometimes gets covered up by life, whether it's external circumstances of disappointment or failures or heartbreaks or challenges. And we also have this internal negative dialogue, the Itty Bitty Shitty Committee, that also covers up our light. And really, our only sacred invitation is to uncover our light and share it with the world. So wherever you're at in your journey of life, whether you're going through a challenge, one of those liminal moments where it just feels so dark and heavy, or perhaps you've moved through that, take a moment to really celebrate and honor how far you've come. Our life's invitation is to see the sacredness in all things, the mundane and the miraculous. Thank you so much for being here. You are worthy, you are enough, and you matter. If you liked this video, can you please hit like and subscribe so we can stay connected? I'd love to hear from you in the comments if you're on YouTube or if you're here on podcast, Spotify, or Apple. Please give it a like, share it, review it. Thank you so much. And if you want to dive deeper, buy my book, Quiet the Itty Bitty Shitty Committee, or you can follow me on Instagram, audreysuttonmills.com, or you can find me on Substack if you want to connect deeper. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste.